Monday Night Football, the Seattle Seahawks are on the road to face off against the Detroit Lions. My best bets are on the way. On Sunday, we had a massive day. Some could say, we brought the boom, baby. All right, I'm so sorry. You guys didn't deserve that. All right, either way, it was a big day, though. 8-1. Hey, we'll take that. The only negative was the dang ladder challenge lost on day 6. Not going to get into that because we did cash on day 1. We did one on Sunday Night Football. Hopefully you tapped into that. And we'll have day 2 later on today, and it'll be in this game. You look at all the picks. They were pretty sweat-free. I mean, there's really nothing else I could say there. I mean, hopefully you tailed. If you didn't tail those, hopefully you tailed the anytime touchdown parlay, which was what Mike Evans, Alvin Kamara, and James Conner. Hey, pretty sweat-free. We'd love to see that. Hopefully we helped you guys make some money. We're on a 10-1 run. But you know what? No one cares about a 10-1 run. What we need to do is continue to build that bankroll up and build that momentum and have a big night tonight. Now, obviously, this is not the only Monday Night Football game. There's another one between the Titans and Dolphins. I'd argue it's not a very pretty game, but there's still opportunities to make money. You can go tap into that. I had another video separate from this one. It was already posted before this video. I encourage you to go check out what my favorite picks are over there. We have an under, which we're 10-2 on unders this year. And we have a first quarter prop. You want to go check it out? Sure, I would appreciate it. Pin, comment, description. Check it out after this one. Let's dive into the picks, though, today. No more cringe stuff. We need some winners. I do need to talk about Sleeper. I'm not going to talk about him long. They have a free square right now for Jared Goff to get 1 yard. Now, they didn't give me the graphic, which is tough. But, hey, Jared Goff's getting you 1 yard. So if you sign up using our code COS, it's only for new users. You get that free square. I'm sure they'll have a bunch of discounts for this game as well. Make sure you use code COS. You get the free square and a match on your first deposit up to $100. I'll put the link down below. Everyone that signs up using those codes, I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for doing it. Let's dive in the picks, though, today. We need some winners. First one, Sam Laporta. I love his over 38.5 receiving yards, minus 113 on FanDuel. Now, before I even dive into this, the reason I love Laporta is, number one, there's no way in heck he gets in the ladder challenge. So I won't have 2 units risked. As always, I do put 1 unit on the ladder challenges, which is what I recommend. You saw at the beginning of the video, we recapped them and had a unit number attached to it because I always recommend 1 unit on each ladder challenge. And then you do $10 in addition to that to try to build up that. Here we go. Laporta, like I said, tight ends are banned for the ladder, so he's fine there. We won't have 2 units risked on him. But joking aside, I love his matchup tonight. The Seahawks, what they're really good at and what they have really great defensive players are their cornerbacks. They have Witherspoon. I think he's their nickel. Woolen and Kobe Bryant is technically their CB3. But they have some really good cornerbacks in secondary. However, their safeties are pretty good too. But where I think they struggle and where they have struggled this season is defending the tight end. Now, they haven't faced a lot of elite tight ends. I'll be honest. They faced the Dolphins last week, a team that doesn't use their tight ends. Who did they face in week 1? Wasn't it the Broncos? That they don't really use their tight ends either. But the one team that uses them, Hunter Henry and the Patriots, well, he had 109 yards on them in week 2. I think this is a matchup where, sure, you can look at Sam Laporta. He's coming in here a little banged up, had an ankle injury that caused him to miss the most of the second half in their last game against the Cardinals. But he looks to be ready to go. Had a full practice session on Friday and Saturday. He should be ready to go here. Now, the Seahawks, what they also are banged up on their side is in that front 7. That front 7 is really banged up. So don't be surprised if a Seahawks team that loves to run some too high coverage, they might start to load the box tonight. They know the Lions want to run the football. Lions will be without their star center, Frank Ragnow, but they'll still run the football. And I wouldn't be shocked if they load the box. And by loading the box, I think that sets up the Lions for what they really want to do. That's some play action pass. And when they do those play actions, it's going to be some tight ends in the game. And I think Laporta is going to be that guy that we're going to see Jared Goff looking for. Now, if you've been back on Laporta or you have him in fantasy this year, I don't need to tell you it hasn't been great this year. Week 1, 4 for 45. Week 2, 2 for 13. Week 3, 2 for 36. Some could argue he probably goes over last week. He had 36 yards in the first half. I don't think he played more than 1 or 2 plays in the second half because he left early in that first half with an ankle injury. Tried to test it out in the second half. He didn't play. I think he's fine and ready to go here, and he's a gamer. He'll get out there and do his thing. Last year, Laporta was one of the best tight ends in the league over this line in 12 of 17 games, or really 12 of 16, since one of the games he only played in the first half. And I think he had 29 yards, but that was the last game of the season. It didn't matter for the Lions. They just wanted to get their guys those reps and then say, hey, we'll save you for the playoffs. And obviously, he might have gotten injured in that game. Don't quote me on that. But either way, the Seahawks are a team that have been really good against the pass. They have the 3rd best pass rush win rate, which I don't think hurts us here. If they're able to get some pressure on Goff, he's going to be looking for his number 1 guys, and it's going to be probably a guy like Sam Laporta, a guy that he trusts, a guy that can sit down in those zones and pick up those chunk plays. He also can get down the field, and if they want to put a safety on him, he has the size advantage over those guys. And if they want to put a linebacker on him, I think he can get open against those guys as well. I think it's a sneaky play. I don't think a lot of people will be on Laporta. People were trying to go to Jameson Williams, getting Q, Monroe St. Brown, and things like that. I think this is the Laporta week. Yesterday, everyone thought it was, and it would have been. But he got injured. I don't know if they run it back with him. I love Sam Laporta on Monday night. I think he could easily cash this. I think he easily gets you 25 yards if you want to throw him in a same game parlay. I personally won't with our ladder, but I do think that he gets over 40 plus yards. So give me Sam Laporta, my first play in this game, over 38.5 receiving yards, currently minus 113 on FanDuel. I love that play. You can take it at 39.5. I like it up to 42.5. Sam Laporta, I love you tonight. Go have a big night. My second play is only going to be a half unit play. That was 1 unit. This is just a half unit play, so a little bit sprinkle on this one. Half unit, still a decent amount of money. It's Jackson Smith-Njigba of the Seattle Seahawks, 25 plus receiving yards in each half, plus 270 on FanDuel. Now, if there's an easy pivot here, JSN's over in receiving yards. It's less than 50, so if he gets 25 in each half, well, I don't know how he's not getting over his regular line. He should do that. Also, DraftKings does have a similar market, but it is 20 plus yards and it's plus 150. So obviously, if you have a FanDuel account, I encourage you to place this over there. Sure, you need 5 more yards each half, but you go from plus 150 to plus 270. If you've never placed this prop, here's what you do. You go onto your FanDuel book. You go to receiving props tab all the way down. You will see one that says, what does it say? Game specials receiving, I think it's the exact words. Then you could scroll down a little bit because Jackson's not going to be number 1 on there. It's going to be Amon-Ra, DK Metcalf, those guys. A little bit down, you'll see Jackson Smith-Njigba, 25 plus receiving yards in each half. Now let's talk about why do I like JSN? I just rambled for a long time. Why do I like it? Well, Detroit, we know what they're really good at, stopping the run. They allow the second lowest explosive run rate, yards after contact, and rush yards per game or per attempt. They also are 6th lowest missed tackle rate. While you could fade Kenneth Walker, I considered it. I don't really like fading Kenneth. I feel like he's a demon. I fade him and he's hitting me with a 40-yard rush, and I'm gonna have to be sweating the whole game. I don't want to take an under there. I don't mind fading him. I think they're going to see the Seahawks lean on the pass a little bit more here. And if I'm the Lions, I don't think I can stop DK Metcalf. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I can stop him, but maybe we'll put some too high coverage over him. And I think we see targets funneled into those lower guys, the guys that are running those lower routes, shorter routes. That's going to be JSN. This season, JSN, Jackson Smith-Njigba, 75% of his routes or snaps come from the slot, while the Lions have defended the 2nd most slot targets and allowed the 3rd most receiving yards to the position. So we see them kind of getting exposed by those slot corners or slot wide receivers. I wouldn't be shocked if a guy like Jackson, once again in the slot, gets a lot of workload. He is 1 for 3 on this line, if you will. On week 1s and 3, he didn't do anything. In week 2, against another really stout rushing defense, which was the New England Patriots, Jackson had a big day. What do you have? 10, 12 receptions for over 100 yards? Easily cashed this prop. I think this is a good spot for him. I don't mind taking his regular over. There was a good chance he might fall his way into the ladder challenge for 25 receiving yards, but I think this is a spot where he gets open and gets some targets. I don't think the Seahawks have a ton of success running the football. I consider taking Geno Smith's over passing yards and things like that, but I rather just trust JSN to go out there and get it done. So give me his over. And I love Jackson Smith-Njigba in a big way. Love his over 25 plus receiving yards. I got to go answer this call, and then I'll be right back. All right, I have returned from a call. I need to talk about who I think wins and covers in this game. Now, my pick actually was the over. I leaned the over in this one. We've seen these teams match up before. They're always high scoring. Hopefully that's the case on Monday Night Football. Logan, who I don't have on this video right now, he actually leaned the Seahawks plus the points. I don't hate that. I think it's plus 4.5 right now. I like the Seahawks as well. If I had to bet a spread here, that's probably where I would lean. I think the Seahawks, an undefeated team, they have a really good defense. I think they can force the Lions into some field goals late in this game. Or we could see the Lions. We know Dan Campbell. They're going to be aggressive. And maybe that comes to bite them a little bit here where they're trying to go for it on 4th and 2 and 3. So they're taking their points to potentially go up by more than 3 points or whatever it may be. So I like the Seahawks too. I like the over a little bit more. Those are our 2 leans for this game. I think it's a solid, it's 2 solid looks. Let us know what you guys like as always in the comment section down below. My 2 official picks for this game, 1 unit on we'll have Sam Laporta's over in receiving yards. We'll also have 1 unit on day 2 of the ladder challenge, which will be posted later on today, and then a half unit on JSN, 25 plus receiving yards in each half. If JSN does happen to come through in the first half and gets you 25, you can hedge if you want. I imagine his second half or his live bet at halftime, if he does get the 25 in the first half, will be more than 25 yards than what his total is. So if you want to hedge, you'll have a chance at hedging there if you want to. I probably won't. I'll just let it ride because it's just a half unit play. But those are just my plays. And like I said, day 2 of the ladder challenge should be live later on this morning. I'll link it here somewhere on the screen. Also, if you want to go check out the Titans and Dolphins video, I'll link it on the screen as well. Go tap into that. Go see my favorite picks. Trying to turn this 10-1 run. We'll have 3 picks in this game, 13-1, 2 over there. We can go into 15-1 run going into Thursday Night Football. That would be electric. Let's have a great day, though. Let's climb. Let's have a good one. I'll see you guys in the other videos. Go check out that one, though. Go have a great day. Go have a great Monday. Start your week. Let's have a day. See you in the next one. Peace.